Oh, you already did? Mm-hmm. Why don't you just keep that part in? Hi, I was checking a text message. Hello. We are wearing the same clothes. It's the next episode.
Nobody cares.
We have 3 listeners.
We like to record ahead of time. Makes it easier.
Yeah, so that way we don't fuck up.
So, what we're going to talk about this time is...
This is going to be spicy.
Is tea about somebody else. So, as probably everybody knows, I'm single. I've been single for a good minute now. And I'm enjoying it, right? And so, there's multiple guys that I've, talked to. And I've let them know that, I just want to be friends right now. I don't want anything. I'm not trying to play anybody. I just want to have companionship. And one of them decided that he was going to add her behind my back and then message her. And he told me that
they were normal messages. I was like, this is fucking weird. And Rachel's like, no, you can add him. And I'm like, ew, that's weird. Sarah, my friend who lives in Germany, it doesn't matter, I already said her name, Sarah, she has the rule where she doesn't add people's boyfriends because the same stuff happens. This happens to, I feel like every woman ever, because men just can't keep to themselves.
It's just like a girl rule that you don't do that. And
unless it's established that people are dating or something.
Or yeah, if you're all friends, it's different.
Yeah.
But for somebody to and he told me that he added her a couple, 5 or 6 hours after he added her, he told me, but she'd already told me. So I already knew.
Immediately.
And I just feigned ignorance. I was like, oh, all right. And I've just barely talked to him because...
I feel like these are the first 2 episodes that really go into our lives. And it's spicy.
Yeah, we got spicy things that happen sometimes. And he just decided he was going to keep messaging her. And while I was ignoring him and not really talking to him, he didn't make an effort to keep talking to me. But he made an effort to keep talking to her. And then...
While I was attempting to ignore him.
He was talking to me. He told me that he really liked me and he wanted to pursue something and he was willing to wait and just be my friend for however long it took, yada yada. And I believed it. I was like, cool, I have a friend. And we basically just talked like friends. But he wanted more with me, and I had to keep on putting that boundary up and saying, I'm not ready for that. I need time. I'm just looking for friendships right now. And so he decided, apparently, that he would not only add her, but also message her. And he didn't tell me he was messaging her. And it went on for 2 days. I think it was 2 days.
Yeah.
Because he did it the morning of one day, and then the next day it wasn't till the end of the day that we did something about it. But I told her she had full reign to talk to him and see what the fuck he was gonna do, because men can't be trusted.
And I didn't say shit. Let's be clear. When she's go at it, I was like, no. Because it felt weird, because that shit's gross. Because I don't want anything. I don't want that kind of shit. I don't want to be...
It was just normal talking to see what he would do. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
And she, did her very best to make herself boring and bland. She did her absolute best to be boring. Which is
hard. And it's so hard for me. It's so hard for me to be boring.
And he still kept messaging her, and then he started flirting with her. And it's and sending her the hot and heavy emoji, and it's
And immediately I was like, Rachel, you gotta handle this. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. And immediately sent it to her.
And so I sent him a message where I was talking to my best friend behind my back and then flirting with her is a major boundary crossed, and I could never be with someone who thinks that it's okay to stab someone in the back like that. And then I blocked him on everything.
Sorry, I still something was behind us. I'm so sorry. You probably edited that part out. Yeah, so
it was a whole bunch of shit, and I lost a friend because of it, because men are garbage.
And right after she sent that message, he had then messaged me and was like, that ruined my day, and what, something else, and he was so upset. He was so fucking upset. He was like, it ruined my day, I really liked her, and I was like, if you really fucking liked her, then why were you trying some shit with me? And he literally said, it's partially your fault because... Or no, not your fault, my fault. He said that it was partially my fault for texting him back.
No, it's not.
No, because if we can scribble out his face or whatever, I literally was like, yeah, sure. And then he sent something about, which good thing you're not with him. Don't ignore the signs. Don't ignore the signs. Maybe don't. Maybe fucking don't.
Especially don't if he thinks it's okay to talk to. It wasn't even just her. Like, his whole Facebook was full of, like, girls commenting on his shit and liking it and stuff. And it's like, why would I want to be with someone like that?
And one of them was even like, you're a man whore.
Oh, I never saw that.
Yeah,
I didn't
somebody
care
commented
enough.
on something that was like, you're a man whore.
I didn't care enough to, like, really look through his shit. But it was like, and I never actually met up with him. We
You were about to.
I was about to, and I canceled because I didn't want to. I didn't fucking want to. And for the past, like, 2 weeks, I've been slowly, like, pushing away from him because I'm like, so many things about him. So many things. I was, like, not into it. He was kind of gross. And so I was like, maybe let's not. If I can't see myself being with you for the rest of my life, why would I continue to pursue it? And I knew exactly what he wanted from me. Like, I knew that his end goal was to be with me. And I couldn't see that end goal anywhere. So I was like... If you're gonna
flirt with somebody's friend, you're not... Why would we...
That was the end all. Yeah, no, absolutely fucking not doing that.
Yeah.
I need someone who thinks that I'm special and, like, only I'm special.
Yeah.
Not my best friend, too. I can't be with you if you used to flirt with my fucking best friend.
Except for the 2 exes that you have. But we won't talk about that.
2. Technically it's 3 because the father of my first child flirted with you in high school. Remember, you sent me all those screenshots of it?
I forgot about that.
They didn't date, but he flirted with her.
I did not flirt back. It was very weird. He's schizophrenic, so he sent me weird shit. Said something about dolls.
He sent her a picture of a Barbie doll, and he was like cutting her hair off. Like, he's crazy, so it was crazy messages.
It was crazy messages, and again, I was just like, yeah, cool.
And he was all over my ass because I flirted with your, at the time, boyfriend. But that was for one day in high school, and he straight up tried hard to get with you.
You're right! I should have said his name. We'll put a beep over it or something. We'll figure out how to cut that part out. Sorry, I said the father's name. That's right. Your first child's father really tried to get with me. And while I was with my son's father, and you guys lived with us, you and my son's father, it's gonna get so confusing, had flirted in high school.
And literally one day.
One day, and when I woke up and I came downstairs in the morning, she was just sobbing her eyes out. And let's talk about abuse. She was sobbing her fucking eyes out.
This relationship was very abusive. I was homeless with this man for years. He beat me, the whole shebang.
Yeah. So, she... Jesus Christ. I come downstairs and she's sobbing her eyes out, and I'm just to the music, dee 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 dee, and she's sobbing her fucking eyes out, and I'm just like, what is going on? And Jackass was like, she flirted with your man in high school, and I'm like, cool.
And she made it all better because we went and got Dutch Bros. That's how she made it better.
Because it didn't matter. And I tried to talk to him, and he was just like, aren't you fucking mad? It's like, no, bro, you don't remember? Also in high school? Like, you don't remember that shit? At the time, I fucking did it. I don't remember it now. I don't remember it because it was such a weird interaction, but it's like, what do you mean? You've done the exact same thing.
But like 10 times worse.
10 times worse. So I was just like, no, it doesn't matter. Like, and he was like, what if they had sex? And I was like, ugh. It was in fucking high school. Who cares? Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
And there are 2 men that we have both dated at separate times.
You've picked them up after me.
Well, the first one, you introduced me to him because it was like my first boyfriend ever, and you were trying to get me out into it. So that one was like staged. Yeah. But the second one was not.
Because he was more of a friend. He was a family friend.
Yeah.
That I dated for a short time. He was an ass. So stop talking to him.
Yeah.
And now.
Sad. We don't have to say it.
Yeah, we don't have to say it.
But the second guy was completely accidental.
Yeah.
Did not mean. I mean, that's what happens when you live in such a small town.
It actually broke up our friendship. Not that she was dating him, but because guys do what guys do, and they inflate their egos. Yeah. And when we're in relationships because of BPD, we are all about a person. So.
It doesn't help that I have OCD. So I have ROCD that kicks in when I'm in relationships. So I have favorite personing and ROCD that happens. So that's one of the reasons I'm kind of staying single right now, because it's hard to navigate, and I don't know how to not love bomb someone the whole time. The whole entire time. I don't stop love bombing. That's the problem. I'm obsessive. It's not okay. No one wants to be with someone who's obsessive with them.
I get it, though. I'm only obsessive for, like, a short amount of time for my BPD, though. Like, I'll be super obsessed till I get them, and then I'm like, nah. Which is my fault, and I apologize to all the people I fucked up.
Sometimes we're the toxic ones, and we've come to a point in our lives where we can admit it. And, you know, I've said it a million times.
I'm about past shit, though. I feel like if anything future were to happen, I'd still be an ass.
I think you've gotten a lot better.
Thank you.
I think I've gotten a lot better. But, you know, we all, like I said, I've said it a million times, but we all live our life in cycles. Some are toxic, some aren't. But if we ever want to break the toxic cycles, the key to that is in recognition, which is why people feels like it's so impossible.
Towards yourself.
Recognition.
Like addiction or...
Recognition.
Or alcoholism.
Recognition.
Or...
The second that you have real recognition about yourself and your flaws...
Well, I recognize that I work to run away from myself.
See, the difference is that you recognize it, but even though you recognize it, you don't do anything to change it.
I feel like I couldn't. See, the thing is that in society, right? Alcoholism or drug use... Looking at you. Rachel's looking at you too. For her own person. But
we have own people for this.
We have own peoples. One even including my father. We're looking at all of you. But the thing between that is society knows that that's bad. They recognize that that's bad. They're like, you are doing bad. But when it comes to work or working yourself to the bone, like I love doing, it's celebrated. So when I'm like, I keep working, people are like, good job, keep going.
You know what that makes me think of is I saw this TikTok and it really put it into perspective for me. It was a slam poetry TikTok, and I can't recite it, and even if I would, I wouldn't know who the credit went to.
Yeah, you don't want to butcher something beautiful.
But it was what it was basically saying was that if you're already skinny and you develop an eating disorder,
then you go to the hospital. But
people say you're sick.
Yeah.
You're sick, you need help, like you need to go to the hospital. But if you're fat and you have an eating disorder, it's celebrated and congratulated. Like, I'm fat and I have an eating disorder, but nobody gives a shit because I'm fat.
I give a shit.
I know, but I mean like everybody else.
I also do too, but it's a stress-induced panic issue.
So that just makes me think of that though, that like, I don't know, in some situations, bad things are celebrated when they shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Like overworking yourself.
Yeah, because it's seen as courageous. Like
being a hard worker.
Yeah, like you're giving something. And you shouldn't have to give your all. So that also really sucks. But yeah. it's just a way for me to cope. And you know, sometimes I won't work. I will have like a week out of like every 3 months or 2 weeks out of every 3 months where I physically can't do anything. And I'm like in a panic. Excuse me. And then I disassociate. And it's a shitty 2 weeks. It's a shitty 2 weeks. She gets it. I get like sort of depressed manic where I start texting people and I'm just
I have the same kind of problem.
I'm freaking the fuck out and I burn bridges. That's what week I'm on right now. So to everybody who's watching this, that I am, yeah, I'm in a stage, but you already know that because I'm sure I've already apologized. So.
Unfortunately, it's part of BPD.
Yeah, and that's my cycle. I overwork myself and then I get mad because people don't see that it's not healthy. And it really pisses me off. It really fucking pisses me off. Because, like, if you're depressed, you're not doing anything, people are like, oh, so sad. But then if you overwork yourself and you only do shit all the time, everyone's like, you're awesome. You are a great parent. You're a great person. Like, keep going. And that just, like, fuels my, I don't know, cortisol. I don't fucking know what it is.
I constantly tell her she needs to stop.
Yeah.
And she's always like, I hate myself, so joke's on me, I'm not gonna stop.
Like me being sick, she was like, don't do any chores today. And I'm like, haha, I literally laughed. And I was like, yeah, you and I both fucking wish. Like, I'm gonna do my chores, I'm gonna do my business, I gotta do my shit. And I did do my shit.
And I'm definitely not like that. I have chronic fatigue problems, and so it's hard for me to get up and do one chore in my house.
That's from, like, your thyroid and shit, though. That's understandable.
It's not just from my thyroid, because
I know.
I'm on proper medication for it. I honestly don't know where my fatigue comes from. I really don't know anymore. It's from my thyroid when it's not properly medicated, but at this point, it should be. So I'm not really certain where it comes from. Even when I'm manic, I still have phases where I'm like, I could pass out right now, and I can't lay down or I will fall asleep. But then nighttime comes, and I'm not fucking tired. And it's really frustrating, and I guess I could chalk it up to just being like a night owl. But it's really frustrating in my day-to-day life, especially when, like, I have to wake up at 6 a.m. to get my kids to school, and then I have 2 hours before the next thing that I'm gonna do that day. It's like, what am I gonna do for 2 hours? Sit here and be miserable, or go to sleep? Go to sleep. It's always like that. It's like, am I gonna sit here and be miserable for this time I have nothing to do, or am I gonna go to sleep? Go to sleep. So I oversleep. And sometimes I don't get enough sleep because I'll be resting, but I can't actually fall asleep because my brain's in overdrive.
Yeah.
So I have a really weird relationship with sleep. I try my best, but it's like no matter if I get too much or too little or just the right amount, I'm still chronically tired all the time. I'm tired right now. I'm thinking about going back to sleep.
Yeah. That's also because you woke up, went back to sleep, woke back up. That does fuck you up because I did the same thing and I'm fucking exhausted. So my eyes are like not opening.
Like, I have plans to go to the park later, and that's like a couple hours after I'm done here. So am I gonna go home and sleep? Probably.
I can't take naps. I hate taking naps. I wake up even angrier because I feel like I'm a piece of shit. I wake up.
I used to be like, I'll never take naps, and now I take like multiple naps a day.
I wish I could take naps. I've tried. I've really fucking tried.
I wish I didn't have to. Do you want to swap?
Yeah, sure. But my thing, I feel like, is from probably my ADHD. I have my brain needs to keep going, and I think that's why I'm a workaholic, because my brain's like, do it. So.
Well, this episode's about long enough too.
Yes, it is. So thank you for coming and sitting in on our tea. I hope it was hot. I hope it was spicy.
Hope it was fun, even though we started talking about mental illness.
Yeah, we did.
So, yeah.
Thank you guys for coming. We appreciate you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.